So my name is Sarah Ledbetter, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself and my project, actually more about my project, which is Meat Space Diaries. I'd like to flesh it out for you a little bit since it deals with this tangled relationship between flesh and consciousness in the United States. This project actually has a mascot, and that is the pig. I'm obsessed with pigs, and I have been for a long time. I now work on a farm in Arkansas where I get to know each year's batch of pigs fairly well. And my research into them has been very hands-on and has touched me in a way that has really given birth to the concept of this project. So let me tell you about the three distinct phases of the Meat Space Diaries. So phase one is what I like to call the unlikely duets. So those duets are basically embodied conversations between myself and stakeholders from a pretty diverse array of backgrounds, touching on the subjects of education and agricultural policy. So there will also be school children and farm animals who are invited into those embodied conversations. I'm going to collect data from those conversations, both video data, audio data, written material, so that at the end of that year of engaged conversation, I'll have a wealth of material that I can begin to abstract from to produce choreographic material and begin to write the larger work, which will be Meat Space Diaries performance work. That's going to be phase three. So something else that will have happened in phase two is a kind of casting of the other performers and artists that are going to be part of the touring work. So the touring work is going to be really community rich. I will have gathered information and data and dialogues with key participants in what I am calling 6 major regions of the continental United States. So the performance work will go back to those areas, presenting in a workshop format leading up to the performance, so that when the performance happens, there will be that culminating aspect such that each performance ends differently or begins differently depending on the community, whether they are a community where I worked primarily with hog farms, for example, or a community where I worked with, for example, a certain educational model that's being tried out there. Depends on what their stakes really are in the project, what that final work will look like. So I'd like to leave you just with the image of a pig who is coming close to the end of her time on a farm, and the opportunity she has given me to dialogue with her through touch. And that image is going to stay with me even as I wrestle with the most haunting and overwhelming truths of the endangered state of embodiment in these United States. Thank you.